There we go. Okay. So Ashrei, I think, it marks a mastery of reading all of the Hebrew alphabet in words, obviously, and in a little bit of tricky pronunciation and in all of the different word letter combinations one can think of pretty much. That's Ashrei has it all. And I think that's why it gets taught where it gets taught in most Hebrew schools. After, a couple of years of just learning the alphabet and some basic reading and stuff, then they start them on Ashrei. Hi, Sandy.
Hi.
So Ashrei is covered in Unit 12 of our Ein Keloheinu book by Rabbi Go Lincoln. Unit 12 is a pretty short unit. Ashrei has a couple of very distinctive characteristics. For one, it's an alphabetical acrostic. So
What page in Love Shalom?
So I'll tell you, okay, different books. So depending on what book everybody has. In the blue big Sim Shalom, it's page 420. It starts in the middle of the page. In Lev Shalem, it's the red book, 181, starts at the top of the page.
181. Okay.
In the smaller Sim Shalom book, it's page 151, also in the middle of the page. And Susan, are you able to find it in your book?
Plenty.
Okay. Oh, so you're in a big Sim Shalom. Okay, fine. I wasn't sure if you were in the other book. Okay. Hi, Gail. You're Gail, not Gil, right? Unmute. I can't hear a word.
Okay,
Yeah.
one, I didn't have the place for your Zoom. I sent you an email, but I know you were already busy.
Oh, yeah. Once I'm in class, I don't see it.
Right.
Anyway, I'm
and
glad you found it.
I found it. And also, because I was gonna try to get in early, so I could tell you I have to duck out a little early because of a
Okay.
problem. So just,
Okay.
when I
Well,
leave,
thank
don't,
you for coming.
and you always
Okay.
review everything, so that'll help. So what
So,
page
yes.
did I miss it on?
So we're doing Ashrei. And depending on your book, it's 420 in the Sim Shalom book, it's 181 in the Lev Shalem book, and it's 151 in the smaller Sim Shalom book. Marcy, I saw you fleeting by, but I know you're there somewhere. Okay.
Yes, I just got a call from a client and he needs me to, he's had a change of plans for today and he needs me to be there in a half an hour. So I'm
That's all
just
right.
going to listen in
All
and
right.
then I'll join you when I stop driving.
No problem. Okay. Okay, so Ashrei is a prayer that it starts out about happiness. The first three lines, which are not part of the acrostic alphabetical, Ashrei Yoshvei Beitecha, Ashrei Ha'am Shekach Lo, Ashrei Ha'am Shadonai Ohav. Happy are those who dwell in God's house, and happy are the people, these people who are favored by God, and the people who believe in this God. Okay, and then starts the acrostic. But so it's about believing in God and feeling his warmth and presence and making us happy and favored. It occurs 3 times in Shabbat services. It first occurs in the morning Shachrit early, but then where we most of us remember it will be at the end of the Torah service, as right before we return the Torah scrolls to the Ark, we do Ashrei. And in many synagogues, it's kind of a rite of passage for youngsters, right, who are in the Hebrew school, or it might be part of a B'nai Mitzvah's chanting of Shabbat, that Shabbat morning. And then it's done again in the Mincha service on Shabbat. Ashrei, the prayer, is the same on Shabbat as every other day of the year. There's nothing that changes in this prayer. And the tune, I've never heard a different tune, no matter what synagogue I've gone to, no matter what country, no matter what YouTube, the tune for Ashrei seems to be universal, one tune. Ashrei yoshvei beitecha, od hallelujah, selah, right? That's the tune we all know?
Yep.
Hasn't changed
Yep.
ever. So let me think. So if you want to, when you have time, look at Unit 12, which starts on page 88 of Rabbi Golinkin's book. Please do that at your leisure. Beyond that, let's jump right in. Eileen, you probably remember, right? We started this prayer in our beginners class, right? I made you guys do a little bit of Ashrei, didn't I? You don't remember? I didn't, maybe I didn't. I could swear, or maybe certainly some of my beginner classes, we would start Ashrei toward the end of our time together. And it takes a long time to master Ashrei is all I wanted to say. And so, as I recall, even when I started it with my beginners toward the end, we never finished it. We didn't master it. They begged me to stop and move on and give them a break from Ashrei. But it's, as I say, it has every kind of pronunciation possibility. So that's why I just wanted to let you guys know it's not the easiest prayer to read.
Is that
So-
because of the combination of letters that makes
Yes.
it more difficult?
Yes, exactly. And the sound combinations, the double letters, yes, all of it. So, okay,
And we have a rabbi who's a speed reader.
well, that
Yes,
doesn't
so do
help.
we.
I usually, when I'm there, I just read the English response to myself because I
Well,
cannot
so the
begin
other
to
thing
keep
I
up.
will say is, because this is a responsive reading, those who weren't taught it as youngsters or taught it for leading it only learned the responsive lines. You don't really learn to properly read and chant the line that the leader is doing, right? Because you don't
Right.
have the opportunity. So we're going to do every line. And that's how we should do it. So, okay. Susan, will you start us off? Read the first line.
Sure. Ashrei. I have to clear my throat. Ashrei. Ashrei Yoshvei Veitecha Od Yahalalu Selah. Selah.
Except,
Selah.
yes, Selah, but the second to last word, look at that one again.
Oh.
Yahal Lalu.
The
I mean, I
lucha.
don't know.
You left off the last
Hallelujah.
hallelujah, right? So,
Right.
right. So, and there's a lot of comments. So my early morning class, people were asking about, there's hecha, there's ha, it's just different words with similar endings, but not identical. Those endings don't always mean the same thing. So just look carefully.
Oh.
So let me repeat the first line. Ashrei yoshvei veitecha od yehalalucha selah. And for instance, you see the last word I just read, selah, that's a samach. It has a dot in the middle. That dot doesn't mean anything to us, okay? That dot is a pronunciation tool. So it's telling us to put the emphasis on the first syllable here, selah. But you've never seen a dot in the middle of a samach before, and that's because it's very uncommon. It's not part of the letter, okay? Eileen, will you read the next line?
Ashrei ha'om
Ha'am.
ha'am shebava.
So hold on. So those are two cuffs.
Oh, I read them as a bit. Okay.
Exactly, but they're not. One's a cuff and one's a chaf. Okay.
Shekacha
Yes.
lo ashrei ha'am
Mhm.
Shehu.
Adonai. This one's Adonai.
Oh,
I don't know.
Yes, it-
Oh,
the shim screwed me up on that one. So it's Shadonai.
It's just She Adonai.
Oh, She Adonai. Elo,
oh,
Hayon.
Elohav. So it
Oh,
ends, so you
that
got,
was in Sophie, yeah.
so it's a Vav at the end. So you got Aleph, Lamed, and the Lamed has a dot in the upper left. You see it? So for the O, then you have a Hey, a Yud, and a Vav. So
I read
Elo-
it as a non Sophie.
Okay, it's not long enough to be a Nun Sofit, right? It ends at the line there, so it's Elohav. Okay, I'll repeat it for us. Ashrei ha'am shekacha lo, Ashrei ha'am she'adonai Elohav. Okay, Marcia, will you continue?
Tehillah Lado.
L'David.
No, David,
David.
okay, yes, David. Aro Mim Ka Elohai Hamelech Va'avar Ka Shimcha Le'olam Voed.
Very nice, nice job. Yes, I'll repeat.
Since I
Tehillah.
added this, I can read much better.
Ah, beautiful. I
The
get it.
letters are fine, but it is very difficult, even in our prayer books, that make sure it's two dots or a line, you know, the
That's right.
vowels are.
No, that I have a classmate, a woman in my other class. She just put it on her copying machine and enlarged it. So, but magnifying glass, enlarging the page, it all works beautifully. Okay, let me just repeat this line. Tehillah leDavid, Aramimcha Elohai Hamelech Va'avarcha Shimcha Le'olam Va'ed. Sandy, will you continue with the bet line?
Bechol, Od, Yod,
Yom. B'chol
Yom, I'm
Yom.
sorry, Yom, Avor, Checha, Vahal, La, Shimcha, Le'olam, Boed.
Nice, excellent. I'll just repeat. B'chol Yom Avarchecha Ve'ahala Shimcha Le'olam Va'ed. Okay, Karen, the Gimel line?
Gadol Atanoi Umchalal Ma'od. Velig Dula To Ein Heker.
Very nice, really well done. Gadol Adonai Umhulal Me'od Veligdu Lato Ein Heker. Susan, we're back up to you for Dalit.
Dor Lador. Yishbach.
This one is Yishabach. The
Oh,
Yud gets a
you're
little
right.
pronunciation.
Yishabach.
Okay,
I mean, you don't know how many times when I'm doing religious school that I tell the kids about the vowels. Look at the vowel underneath there. Ma'aseha
mm-hmm.
ugvur techa yagidu.
Okay, I'll say it one more time. Dor Lador Yishabach Ma'asecha Ugvu Rotecha Yagidu. Okay, Eileen, the Hay line.
Hadar. I'm not gonna make this mistake.
This
again.
is again,
This is the same word. I gotta make.
it's a cuff.
I know, it's a cuff. Yeah, I'm not gonna make the mistake this time. Chavod.
Right, kavod. So here you have the
Kavod.
right, kavod. It's really kavod because it has two dots under it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hodecha.
Mhm.
Vadiva Rech rech,
Don't-
rech,
V'divrei.
Ray.
V'divrei.
nif, nif, o techa,
Yes, niflotecha.
asi, asicha,
Asicha. That's it. So hadar kavod hodecha v'divrei niflotecha asicha. Very nice. Sandy, will you do the vav line?
Ve'ezuz norotecha yomeru ugadu la techa.
So this is one where they're under the second to the last letter, the tav is just a shva. So udulat cha. You see? Okay.
Asaf re no.
Asaprena, exactly. So that's a pay because it has a dot in the middle. So that dot in the pay, the middle letter of the last word, that we need that dot to make a pay instead of a fay, right? Asaprena. Very good. I'll review. I'll go back and do it again. Ve'ezuz norotecha yomeru udulatcha asaprena. Okay, now we're on the Zion. Karen, will you read?
Zeker Rav Tovcha.
So it's a oo.
Oh,
after-
Tuvcha.
Yes.
Yabiu.
Mhm.
Veyid Katcha.
So you read this as an ayin, but it's tzadi.
Yeah, Vetsid Katcha Yaranenu.
Very good. Good correction. Zecher Rav Tuvcha Yabiu Betzid Katcha Yiranenu. Very nice. Marcia, will you read the chet line?
Hanun, Varahum, Adonai, Eric, Apayim, Ugdal, Hased.
Nice.
Chesed.
Chesed. Yes, very nice. All right. I'll review. Chanun, Barachum, Adonai, Erech, Apayim, Ugdal, Chesed. So, and I read Ugdal. It's often pronounced Ugdol, with more of an O than an A. Ugdol Chesed. Susan, the next line, the tet line.
Tov Adonai lachol v'rachamiv mav
again.
v'rachamav
Thank you.
al chol ma'as sav.
Very good. Yes, Ma'asav. So it's Tov Adonai Lakol Barachamav Al Kol Ma'asav. Very nice. Eileen, that's back to you for the Yud line.
you.
So it's Yo. You see the dot on top?
Right, yes. Yoducha,
Yes.
yeah.
Adonai.
Is that a silent? Oh, I deny. I don't know why
Yeah,
I'm missing those. Baal, ma'a,
So
secha.
yes, except it's Kol Ma'asecha. You're confusing the bet and the kaf.
Yes,
This one's a kaf.
okay. Kal, ma'a, secha.
Yes.
V'taf.
It's a chet. The second letter is a chet.
I got to put some drops in my eyes, I think. V'chasi yedecha.
The chasi decha, yes.
Yuva
So yivarchucha. So on this is a good word for you to see the vet. You see the vet is the second letter.
Yeah.
And the chaf and the chaf are just beyond, right? Are the fourth and the sixth. And you see the difference between the vet and the chaf on the bottom?
I'm going just to put some drops in my eye.
Okay, I'll repeat this line. Yoducha Adonai kol ma'asecha v'chasidecha yivarchucha. Okay. That brings us to Sandy for the kaf line.
I think the bar and bat mitzvah people must just memorize this because this is really hard. I think.
Well, I will tell you that I learned this in either third or fourth grade. That's when we started learning it. So by the time you're bat mitzvah in seventh grade, you've been doing it a while. We started it. They started pretty early for them.
Well, I was in an Orthodox synagogue and we did Friday night service. So for my bat mitzvah,
I
I'm
did
not
Friday
sure
night
I
service.
did this.
I did Friday night service too.
Oh, you did?
Absolutely. It was a conservadox synagogue. It was technically conservative, but they had a lot of Orthodox practices and which prayers they did and how they did them, and that we had very long services. But anyway, okay.
I don't remember if I ever did this.
That's
it's
okay.
hard.
It is,
Okay.
it's tricky. It's tricky, which is why we're going to take our time. It's okay. So will you do the
Kivod, Malchutecha, Yomeru, Ugavu, Ratzecha, Yedaberu.
perfect? You did that beautifully. I'm not even going to repeat it because there's nothing for me to say there. It was perfect. Karen, the Lamed line.
Lichodia, livnei,
Just so you know, so the second letter is a hey, not a chet. So it's lehodia.
lichodia, livnei, ha'adam, gavurat, tav. No.
Vurotav. You see the dot?
Gavurotav, yes.
Okay.
Gavurotav, ukavod, hadar, malchuto.
Very nice. I'll repeat it. Lehodia lifnei ha'adam gavurotav uchvod hadar malchuto. Okay, Marcia, the mem line.
Malchutcha.
Mhm.
Malchut, Kal, Olamim, Umem, Shale,
So there's a straight line under the shin. So it's shal.
Well, and even with the magnifying glass, I couldn't decide if it was two dots
It's
or a line.
little. I get it. Yeah.
Umem, Shal, Techa,
Mhm.
Kal, Vid, Vador. No, the
Dor vador.
Dor
Dor
vador.
vad-
Vador.
Yes.
Just a comment
Malach.
that when whoever was reading it, where it was a shat in front of Adonai, I never would have realized that. I was trying to decide why that word had no vowels. It didn't even occur to me that it was Adonai.
Okay.
That is very unusual to stick something in front of it.
It's not as common. That's true. Yes. Let me repeat the mem line. Malchutecha malchut kol olamim umem shaltecha bechol dor vador. The samach line. Susan, I think we're back for up to you.
So Meir, Adonai, L'chol, Hanolim,
Mm-hmm.
was
Are you there?
Keep going, Susan.
okay. Vizo, Kech,
Kaif.
Kef,
That's a face or feet at the end. Was okay.
L'chol ha kafufim.
Hakfufim. Exactly. I'll repeat it. So mech Adonai l'chol hanoflim v'zokef l'chol hakfufim. Very nice. Eileen, the ayin line.
Any,
A nay.
is that a knee?
It's a nay. There's
A
a
nay,
nay.
a nay. Ha,
So there's,
ho,
yep,
ale, aleyecha,
a lecha.
ale,
A. So under the aleph are 2 dots. Under the lamed are 3 dots.
oh,
So a lecha.
lecha, yusaberu,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
v'ate,
Ata.
v'ata. Can I get a larger version? I mean, a enlarged version of this?
You can buy the large print version of Lev Shalem. It's available.
Um,
You can also enlarge it.
Yeah, I think I'll do that, yeah. What am I up to now?
Ata notain. Next word.
Notain,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
lahem,
Mm-hmm.
at,
Et.
avlam, ba'ito.
Yes, it's achlam because that's another chaf. But I'll repeat it. Ene chol elecha yisaberu ve'ata notain lahem et achlam be'ito. Okay, so Sandy, we're now at the pay line.
Okay, poseach,
So hold on, so that is the older pronunciation, the tav is, there's no
Poteach.
sav in it, so poteach, exactly.
poteach, S,
No.
S is right, okay. Yadecha,
Yes,
umasivia, L'chol chai ratzon.
exactly. So poteach et yadecha umaspia lechol chai ratzon. Very nice. Karen, the tzaddik line.
Sadiq Adonai Bechol Dirakav V'chasid Bechol Ma'asav.
Lovely, really nice. I'll just review it again. Tzaddik Adonai bechol derachav v'chasid bechol ma'asav. Now we're at the kuf line. Marcia, you have to unmute. You're still muted. Here, I'll give you a, if I do that, does that help?
Now, okay,
There you are.
okay, I'm on the
Kuf.
who. Karov, Adonai, Lakal, Kor Av, Lachol, Asher, Yikra Uhu, the Emet,
Very nice. Yes.
Ve'emet.
Ve'emet, exactly. That was lovely. Karov, Adonai, Lachol, Korav, Lachol, Asher, Yikra, Uhu, Ve'emet. Okay, Susan, I'm back to you for Reish.
They Ritzon, Ureov, Yaaseh,
Mm-hmm.
but et Shav Shavatam,
Shavatam. Mm-hmm.
Yishmai
So
But,
the
oh,
ayin at the end of Yishma is completely silent. So Yishma.
Right. Yishma, Yishma. VOCM.
Except it's a shin. So Vyoshi aim. Vyoshi aim. So this word is interesting. They spell it nicely for us. So you have the Vyoshi aim, the last word. You have the Vav, the Yud, the Vav with a dot over it. And then the shin, they give us the dot for the shin as well. If I were writing this word, I would not have written both dots up there probably. I would have let the one dot do double duty, Vyoshi M. But
So
it's
they-
nice that they print it for us. It makes it easier to read.
So they share the dot.
They can share the dot, I think, but they don't here. Because you see they gave two dots, right?
Mhm.
They put the dot over the Vav and they gave
Oh, I
us the-
see the two dots, yeah.
Yes. Okay, so Eileen, will you read the next line, the shin line?
Shomer Adonai et kol oter ohava.
Exactly.
Ohavan.
Ohavav, it's a Vav at the end. Ohavav.
Hovav.
Mhm.
V'et ba'chal. Vowel. No, that's a vowel.
Ve'et kol.
Oh, I thought I had it right the first time.
You did. Mhm.
Harshaim.
Yes.
Hasharim.
Mhm.
Yish.
There's a line. There's a line under the Yud.
Yash.
Yeah. Yash.
Yash Mead.
Mead. Exactly. Shomer Adonai et kol ohavav ve'et kol harshaim yashmid. Very nice. Okay, Sandy, that brings you for Tav.
Okay, Tehillat, Adonai, Yedaber P, Vivarech, Kol, Basar,
Mhm.
Shem, Kadisho, Olam Vaed.
Lovely. Really good job. Tehillat Adonai Yedaber Pi Veivarech Kol Basar Shem Kadsho Leolam Vaed. Karen, will you do the last line?
Va'anachnu nivarech
Yes.
yivarech yad. No,
Yeah. Just plain
Yeah.
yeah.
Me'ata v'yad olam hallelujah.
Exactly.
Why is there the red arrow? What is that?
So it must be that in some synagogues, they do it partially silent, and this is where they go aloud again. I'm not exactly sure, but in my shul, we always do it responsively, so that arrow doesn't mean a whole lot. But let me repeat the last line. Va'anachnu nivarech ya me'ata ve'ad olam hallelujah.
Rachel,
Okay.
what is it when there are hyphens between parts of words or between words? Like on the cough line.
Yeah, there's a lot of hyphens in this. Well, maybe not a lot, but there are hyphens. Kololamim. It's just it's just like any other hyphenated word. So I have to say I never really learned hyphens in Hebrew. Let me look in.
I mean, I'm looking at the transliteration I have on the next page, and here and there things are hyphenated, but not as much as they are in the Hebrew.
Right, exactly. And I'm looking, so I'm looking in Rabbi Golinkin's book, and he doesn't have any of them hyphenated. So I'm wondering if that again is back to sort of pronunciation. So whoever edited this book. The rabbis who edited it years later decided to add those hyphens because in our textbook, Rabbi Golinkin's version, no hyphens. So that's interesting. All right. We should keep going. We should do it again, but I'm going to give you a rest while I can sing it for you. I can read it through. I can play for you the recording that I'm going to send you. What's your pleasure?
Play the recording.
Recording.
Okay, I will do that. Give me 1 second to key it up because if I don't have it on my screen, it won't do you much good because I won't be able to get to it. Give me one other second. All right, okay. Well, where did he go?
Tefillah.
Okay, hold on. There he is. Okay, now I'm going to share. Share screen. Here he is. So, have I ever? So let's learn tefillah. There's a lot of prayers out there with in this YouTube. I don't know what to call it. Channel. Let's learn tefillah, and it's this animated fella, and it is really it's really well done. Let me see what speed I have it on. Oh, I have it on the slightly slow speed. Do you want me, let's listen to it on the normal speed. If you think he's too fast, I'll slow it down. But down here, this gear, if you click on it, it brings up stuff. See settings. And if you say playback speed, right now it's at normal. You can also choose to slow it down at 3/4 or half or very slow, which I don't recommend. But we're going to listen to it at normal. So what he's going to do, he's going to give us a little explanation, and then he's going to do it in chunks of maybe 4 lines is all. So it's a little slow, but it's not too bad. So what he does is he chants it for you, then he stops so you can chant it yourself, but he doesn't leave you enough time really to get through it all, especially if you're chanting at his speed or slower. But I can't really zoom past it or I mess it up. So just be a little patient. He doesn't wait that long. But here we go. He's going to explain for a second.
We're going to be learning all about Ashrei. Ashrei is a fantastic prayer that's said many times throughout the day. One of the coolest things about the Ashrei is that it's an acrostic. That means each line of the Ashrei starts with another letter of the alphabet going in order from Aleph all the way to Tav. See if you could follow along with each line as we chant it. Ashrei yoshvei veitecha od yehalelucha selah. Ashrei ha'am shekachalo. Ashrei ha'am she'adonai Elohav. Tehillah leDavid. Now it's your turn. Pause the.
Okay, so is this speed okay?
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Okay, then here we'll keep going.
The video and try and sing this selection. If you need a little help, you can always rewind and listen again.
All right, he waits like 4 seconds.
Awesome job. By the way, did you notice that the acrostic part of this prayer hasn't started yet? Watch the next selection and you'll see Aleph, Bet, Gimel, all the way through the end of the alphabet. Aromimcha Elohai HaMelech Va'avarcha Shimcha Le'olam Va'ed Bechol Yom Avarcheka Va'ahalela Shimcha Le'olam Va'ed. Okay, give it a try. Nice work. Let's keep going. Gadol Adonai Uhulal Me'od Veligdulato Ein Cheker Dor Ledor Yishabach Ma'asecha Ugvurotecha Yagidu. Now it's your turn. Pause the video and try and sing this selection. Awesome job. Let's go on to the next part. Hadar kevod hodecha v'divrei niflotecha asicha, ve'ezuz norotecha yehomeru, ugdulatecha asaprena. Your turn. Should we keep going? Here are the next two lines. Zecher Rav Tuvchaya Bi'u, Vetsid Katecha Yeranenu, Chanun Virachum Adonai, Erech Apaim Ugdol Chased. Pause the video and give it a shot yourself. Well done. Let's keep going. Tov Adonai lakol, Virachamav al kol ma'asav. Yoducha Adonai kol ma'asecha, B'chasidecha yevarchucha. Lots of ch in this one. See if you can do it. Don't forget to pause the video. All those chafs and chets sound funny. Let's keep going. Kevod malchutecha yomeru, ugvuratcha yedaberu, lehodia livnei ha'adam gevurotav, uchvod hadar malchuto. Now you try. I'll wait. Nicely done. We're almost there. Malchutecha malchut kol olamim, umemshaltecha bechol dor vador, somech Adonai lechol hanoflim, vizokef lechol hakfufim. Now you take a stab at it. Just press pause. Keep up the great work. Ne chol elecha yisaberu, ve'ata noten lahem et ochlam be'ito, poteach et yadecha, umaspia lechol chai ratzon. Phew, this is a long prayer. You try this part now. Pause the video. Wow, you're really good at this. Let's keep going. Adik Adonai bechol derachav, v'chasid bechol ma'asav, karov Adonai lechol korav, lechol asher yikra'uhu ve'emet. Okay, let's stop the video and give you a chance. Good work. Just a few more to go. Ritzon yire'av ya'aseh, V'et shavatam yishma v'yoshiem, shomer Adonai et kol ohavav, v'et kol harshaim yashmid. Okay, now you try the resh and the shin lines. Pause the video. Great work. All right, time for the big finish. Bihilat Adonai yidaber pi, vivarech kol basar shem kadsho leolam va'ed, va'anachnu nevarech ya me'ata v'yad olam. Hallelujah. Let's finish strong. Now you give her a shot.
Okay. So
That's great.
it's a very good recording. And as I say, you can make it a little slower if you like, but I think it's an excellent recording.
Does this company do other prayers too?
I'm sorry?
Does this company do other prayers too?
It does have certain other prayers. I don't remember exactly what they are.
Okay.
But if you were to Google, let's learn tefillah, I think you would get a bunch of, here, let's go back a second. And let's see what, I don't think it shows down here. So let's just put in here.
Yeah, there's Osei Shalom
Okay, yeah.
and Modeh Ani.
Tefillah. Oh, I have to put it. Yeah, which I don't cover that one.
But it's on the right-hand side, so.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Oseh Shalom, good, yes. Modeh Ani. Let's see what we get here if we, so here. So you can get, a full play. I don't know what that full playlist is.
Display all, yeah.
So are there 18 of them? There might be 18 of them. I don't know. Yeah, Ma'ariv Aravim, Yahavta, Matovu, Birkat Hamazon, Lachadodi, Modani again. So, it's very good. Romamu. So, there's a lot there. And he's very easy to understand, obviously. His pronunciation
Google?
is,
Google?
it's in YouTube. They're
Oh,
all in
YouTube.
YouTube, and it's called Let's Learn Tefillah, with Tefillah spelled T'', Filah, Tefillah. Anywho, all right. So I think we should keep practicing. So let's just go back to the top and go again. Okay. Marcia, I'm going to start with you if that's all right.
Okay, hold on. Now I get to the back page.
Okay.
Okay. Ashrei Yoshvei Ve'teka Od Yahalaluka, no, Yahaluka Selah.
Selah. Perfect. Will you read another line?
Ashrei Ha'am Shekaka Lo Ashrei Ha'am there it is. She Adonai Elohai.
Elohav.
Elohai.
Good. Right, exactly. Okay, Sandy, will you do
Wait, what was that last word, please?
Elohav?
Oh, Elohav. Okay.
Okay, Sandy, will you pick up?
Tehillah David. Aromimov, no, Aromimecha.
Aromimecha. Yes, you were just putting the emphasis in the slight wrong place, but you had the rest right. Aromimcha. The two mems go together.
Okay, Elohai, Hamelech, Va'aracha, no,
Varcha. That's a vet.
Va'avarcha,
Yes,
Shimecha, L'olam va'ed.
very nice.
Bicha. Oh,
yes.
did you want me to do two lines or
Yes,
not?
I was gonna say.
Okay. Bichal Yom Avarachecha.
So again, this is like, so avarchecha.
Ba'a Halala. Shimecha. L'olam va'ed.
Very nice, good job. Karen, will you pick up with Gadol and do two lines?
Gadol Adonai Chula Me'od Velig Dulato Ein Heker Dor Ledor Yeshabach Ma'asecha Ug Vurotecha Yagidu.
Very nice, excellent. Susan, will you continue with Hey and Vav?
Adore,
Adar.
Hadar, Kavod, Hodecha, Vadiv, Ray, Nifla, Otecha, Asiham, Ve'etz Zeus, Norotecha, Go Meru, Ugdula La Latha, Asapruna. Asaprena. Whoops.
That's okay, you did really well. Eileen, will you do Zion and Chet?
Zechor, Rav.
So there's two dots under the Zion, so Zecher.
Oh. Zecher, Rav, Tovecha.
So it's U, because the dot's in the middle of the Vav, Tuvecha.
Tuvecha, your VU,
Yabiu. Yes.
ya VU, la VU. Vit,
So this is a tsadi. This one's a tsadi, not an ayin. So vatsid,
Oh, okay. Vaid,
vatsid, vatsid.
Petit de,
So tsadi is tz.
right,
Vatsid, right? But so vatsid kat cha.
petit tacha, techa,
No, kat cha.
kat, could we say that again, that word, please?
Vatsid kat cha.
Petit, ka, techa,
Well, kat cha, yes, that's fine. Kat cha.
venu.
Yuranenu. Then there's two nuns. Those are two nuns, even though one has a dot in it and one doesn't. So Yuranenu.
Nenu.
Yuranenu.
Goodbye, I
Yuranenu.
have to leave.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, so I'm just going to repeat this line, the Zecher line. Zecher Rav Tuvacha Yabiu Betzid Katcha Yiranenu. Eileen, will you do the next line too?
Is the second letter a nun?
Yes.
Okay.
And then the final letter is a nun as well.
Hanun,
Mhm,
Vara, Hum,
mhm.
Adonai, Erecha,
Just Erech. There's the two dots under that final one. Erech.
Erech, Apayim,
Yes.
Ugdal, Hased.
Chased, exactly. Chanun v'rachum Adonai erech apayim ugdal chased. Exactly. Okay, everybody moved on my screen, so I apologize.
Rachel, I stopped. If you could, I read.
Okay, do you want, we are on the,
Tov.
right, exactly. Read two lines. There you go.
Okay, Tov Adonai Lakol V'Rachamav
Mhm.
Al Kal Ma'asiv.
Sav. There's a little T under that
Yes.
sin.
Yes.
Sav.
Okay. Yo de
So the Dalet and the U go together. The Dalet and the Vav with the dot in the middle.
Yoduha
Yes, Yoducha.
Yoduha Adonai Kal Ma'asif
Secha. There's three dots under this.
Okay, Ma'asecha
Mhm.
V'Hasidecha
Yep.
Yov
Yeah.
Yevarhucha.
Yes. Yevarchucha. Very nice. I'll just read them back. Tov Adonai lakol v'rachamav al kol ma'asav. Yoducha Adonai kol ma'asecha v'chasidecha yevarchucha. Marcy, will you read two more since you haven't read it all today?
Certainly. Let's see. Kavod Malkut Ha.
So there's no dot in the middle of the, so malchutecha.
Malkut taka. Yomeru
Mhm.
ug bo rat ha
Mhm. Ugvu ratacha, exactly.
raftacha yid barhu
Look at the word careful.
yid bo
Da, yid, da.
oh I see, I didn't see that. Yida Beru
Exactly. Yadaberu. Okay.
Thank-
Next line.
lechod ya.
Yeah. Hodia. Le hodia.
Okay. Leave nay
Mhm.
ha adam
Yes.
gavo
Ooh. Gvu.
givu ro ta
Yes. Mhm.
tai ta
No,
ta
tav. The yud is silent. So gavuro tav. The yud is silent.
tav uch bod
Mm-hmm.
hadar
Mm-hmm.
malkuto.
Malchuto. Good.
Mal-
I'll read. Good. Yes, I'll read it back. I'll go over it. Kavod malchutecha yomeru ugvu ratcha yedaberu. Lehodia lifnei ha'adam gavurotav uchvod hadar malchuto. Okay, I think we should stop there. You guys are doing great. You know, again, it's a prayer that takes a lot of practice. Even our animated guy here, who, you know, I don't know what to call him. We should name him. He's not a Homer Simpson. He's not a Homer Simpson type, but we should name him.
Norman.
Norman. Okay, good. I like that. Norman. Norman, who's teaching us tefillah, he says, you know, this is tricky. This is hard. There's a lot of sounds that are just chopped next to each other and you just have to just get comfortable making all those sounds in one word. Okay. So I'm going to send you the link with Norman. Practice, practice, practice. And I think we'll do this again next week. Maybe we'll even do a little chanting of it. Okay. I think it's too early to do anything for Passover yet. But probably the week after, maybe we'll jump into a little bit of Passover preparation. I know in
And
my grocery stores, they already have the stuff out, which just makes me anxious.
And I wasn't here at the beginning. How was your trip last week?
Exhausting, but thank you. It was just 4 nights. I needed to come home and rest. My daughter she was working me like I was hired help. So that's all right. It's
Once a mother, always a mother.
exactly, precisely. So, all right, ladies. Just try to practice a little bit every day, you know, pick some lines and just read them. It doesn't really matter where you start and where you end. Although don't keep reading the same lines, right? Force yourself to read other lines. All right.
Shabbat
Have a
shalom.
good, thanks. Have a great week, everyone.
You too.